But I wanted to talk a little bit about mental health and also physical health. Corrupt, I know you have been working your way through a book that you're really happy with. Maybe if we could all just kind of share some tips about our mental health and physical health. And it's not just Corrupt, you know, Ken, we were talking about mental health earlier today at dinner. Cam, you're one of the most level-headed DJs I know. So I think we all have something to kind of add as far as tips for mental and physical health. But I do want to start with Corrupt.
Sure. So this is the book I've been reading. I kind of got inspired because I'm already really big into health and fitness, but this was, you know, after COVID happened, and I heard about this book on like I think it was just like a Joe Rogan podcast or something. But it essentially talks about your body's ability to heal itself, and really there's 5 defenses in your body. There's, you know, DNA protection, microbiome, angiogenesis, regeneration, and what am I forgetting? Forgetting one of them, but it's about the food you eat and having a balance. And you'd be surprised how many foods that you think were unhealthy that, if done with in a certain amount, beer and cheese can actually be really good for you. It talks about how becoming a doctor, like only one of 5 schools where you can become a doctor make you require a nutrition course, which is crazy to me. Because
Absolutely.
these people, when you go and get a checkup, you know, they're not allowed to tell you about like this type of stuff, like food and health. They're going to try to prescribe something to you. So I thought that was really interesting. But I think being a DJ, I know I saw the notes, being a DJ especially, I believe that it's important to have a balance in your life. It doesn't have to mean that you have to go and be a vegan either. There's ways that you can eat meat, maybe try to eat a little less meat. And then, you know, if you're going to do vegan, do it right. Don't go and get like an Impossible Burger that has like 15 other artificial things on it. You know what I mean? You know, you can
Man,
get
why you gotta
real
ruin
veg.
Impossible Burgers? I'm over here like telling all my friends about
Bro,
Impossible
I'm
Burgers.
telling you right now that if you were to eat grass-fed meat, it's better for you than eating an Impossible Burger. The things that they put on an Impossible, like to make it taste good, is worse than eating. You're actually, by eating a grass-fed meat, you're these cows that are eating like, and you're saving CO2 in the earth. I'm telling you right now.
It's
Then
better
Yeah,
for
what
the
they're,
I
environment.
do know
So
about
yeah,
that.
it's good for the environment. So, but anyway, and it talks about vitamin D is huge on fighting viruses, especially COVID, and it's really good for just your overall skin. It's the super vitamin of all the vitamins, and it talks about, you know, multivitamins are actually deficient in the quantity that you need for each vitamin. So if you're just going to take a multivitamin each morning, you know, it talks about um, that's really not enough. And I could go into more of this. I kind of want to actually make a whole like uh, podcast about it one day, maybe off of this one. But it talks about different different diets that you can do. Um, but all in all, it just talks about balance,
Hmm.
and that it doesn't have to be expensive to eat healthy. Health is not, it's
Oh,
not a privilege. There are levels to health that can be considered a privilege. I would say that. But I think that anybody can drink more water.
mhm,
Anybody can do jumping jacks.
mhm.
Anybody can, you know, if you have a grocery store, which could be considered a privilege, there's fresh produce. You could actually save money by eating less fast food. Um, but last thing I'm going to say about it is, you know, physical health. The gym is a huge thing for me. Um, it count. I do still drink, and this really helps um, for that. I burn calories in the gym. It really helps with my stress levels.
Mhm.
Our industry can be very stressful if you're doing the whole shabam with, you know, branding, promoting, DJing, producing, all that stuff, booking. And this is just something that really helps with my stress. I don't have stress because I go to the gym, and I try to eat healthy. And I would say the last thing is sleep. You guys need to make sure you're getting your sleep. None of this stuff matters if you're not getting your sleep. Your 8 hours, so, or 7 hours, whatever. So your body needs that. And I'm sure that this can kind of carry over into mental health as well, because like talking about stress and getting enough sleep. If you're sleep deprived and you're trying to like have a normal day, like you're going to be all messed up here.
Cam, I want to hop over to you. What do we got, man?
Yeah, no, Corrupt made a lot of good points. I think for me, I had a bout of burnout last year, DJing like 3 or 4 days a week. And so how do you manage it? I think what I found is just being able to kind of take a break, get away and do what you enjoy doing. For me, I like to game sometimes. So I'll hop on the Xbox, chill, or I'll, watch some content, YouTube. I have a lot of different things I use to decompress, but I think the key is just finding the time to do it, whether it's in the evening, if it's in the morning. Here lately, I've been just taking, random days off during the week. Just because it's important. I have a small family too, so you have to kind of tend to them as well. So just kind of managing your time, I think, is really important. Diet, I don't do very good with. I eat a lot of fast food. We don't cook very much here just because our lives are so quick. So it's much easier to go and place a order, Uber Eats order or pick up a pizza. But we're working on that. So maybe check back with me on that, Corrupt, and see how we're doing. But yeah, I think overall for me, it's just being able to have that time off, just to be able to, take a step back, breathe, rest, do whatever you do, just to reset and get ready for the next one.
Sure. What you got, Ken?
Yeah, man. I mean, these are all great points by you guys. I totally agree on not only taking time off, but also eating a good diet and sleeping. I just read this book that's probably pretty similar to the one James read called 100 Days of Real Food that explains, it's a great book. And it also has a huge recipe book too with it too. But basically explaining all the different fillers and additives and things that we put in our food. And, I think we have an epidemic of depression and anxiety, and we see it on the news. And I think a lot of people point to social media, but I really think a lot of it is to do with food. I notice when I do months where I don't do sugar or no processed food, and I feel like $1,000,000. Like my anxiety is gone. But yeah, I think this industry in particular is a pretty tough one because you're up late. There's a lot of drinking. There's a lot of partying. So I think if you're able to dip your toe in that and not overdo it. I definitely know when I was in Columbus, I did. And something else, I was telling Mike about this. I actually found out I was bipolar in like 2016. And I think we need to really destigmatize, especially with people in the artist community, just going to therapy and like being open about feelings and giving people a path forward. Like when I was diagnosed, I stopped drinking. I stopped drinking caffeine, and all those things I think really help even me out. But I think we just got to be open, and we got to have support groups. Like I really applaud Leek, who's not in this, for making a mental health group and all those things. But yeah, man, I think you just got to have a support network and do all the things like you said, take breaks and eat good food and sleep. It really makes a huge, huge difference.
Yeah, I think you guys nailed all of it. I mean, especially for me, physical activity is huge. I don't think Corrupt is over here trying to condemn anybody. Like he's the kind of person who's like, he has this information, just wants to spread it around, but like, he's not going to come after you. He's not going to come after Cam for grabbing a pizza for his family at the end of a long day.
I had Chick-fil-A yesterday and today. So like I have a balance as well. So I'm not over here Mr. Perfect Health.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, things that I want to add: surround yourself with great people. You know, it's a lot easier to achieve greatness and to achieve success if the people around you also want that for you, and that also counts for social media. So it's you know, really easy to follow a bunch of accounts that, you know, people can be really negative all the time. And just try to balance that out with people who are super positive and who care about you and who have good advice as to make your life better. But I think, you know, we all kind of hit on something, so I don't want to repeat too many. But Leek, I actually just interviewed Leek for a podcast, and he said, try a bunch of things, you know, listen to your friends. I can't believe I actually didn't mention yoga. Yoga's huge. Even if it's 10 minutes a day. Us DJs are always carrying around tons of equipment. We're on our feet for 4 hours. We're dancing. Yoga is awesome for a lot of those things, and just healing stuff within your core and your back. So, yeah, I think we have to do this again. Corrupt, if you want any help, you know, having a full podcast. I don't know if this needs to be a Columbus DJ podcast thing, but if you want any help, like putting that together, I think that'd be really good, kind of summarizing a couple of the books that you've been reading.
Yeah, definitely. I want to also give props to what DJ Leak is doing with his Just Breathe project. You know, you see a lot of people doing mental health awareness right now on social media, and that's why, you know, it's really good. And now it's just about people feeling comfortable to talk about their mental health to friends and stuff. And I think that's really important, to make yourself available, make people understand that, hey, if anybody ever wants to come and talk to me, I would like to be able to come and talk to you if I need it. Like, I think that's really important. And by the way, we're always looking for new artists, DJs, producers in Columbus or that around Columbus to send us their music so we can promote it on here. It's pretty cool. Like, we're going to get behind it. We're going to push it for you. We're just looking for people that are putting out new music. I know we've got a lot more than what we're being sent, so send us your music. Ken, when you get that track out, we'll obviously promote it for you, give you show some love. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys, I think I mentioned it to Mike, have you guys thought about bringing Chad/Discognition on here at all?
Yes, we have thought about it. He's on the list. I just have to reach out to him.
Gotcha.
The time difference kind of hurts us a little bit because he's out in LA.
I can see that.
But we have no 614 releases for this week, which makes me sad. But if you're watching this on YouTube and you're thinking, I released a mix, I released a song, I want these guys to talk about it, there's a link in there where you can just plug in your name, the song, the release date, all the information that you want me and Corrupt to talk about, and our special guest. So again, guys, set up your MailChimps, send me the links. I will, you know, you'll guaranteed have one subscriber, probably two with Corrupt. And anytime you're releasing a mixtape, anytime you're releasing music, you know, we will talk about it. So, yeah, I think that we have talked about it the last few weeks. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Guys, where can people find you online and in person? And Ken, when you do yours, I'll probably go to you first. Talk about your latest release if you can.
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram, YouTube. I don't really use SoundCloud, Spotify, obviously. But my latest release was this disco dance song called Someone Thinks You're Sexy that I'm super proud of. I also put out 2 songs in August for other artists I produced for, AMC and Missa. And my brother's first song I produced also comes out on Friday. That's Rob Connolly. So yeah, follow me there. There's links on
IG.
IG is Avanti Music NY. So AVANTI Music NY. Yeah, that's where everything comes up.
Cool. Cam?
Yeah, so you guys can find me on Instagram at IamDJCam or IamDJCam.com.
Awesome.
And on Mixcloud /IamDJCam. Check out my latest 2010s dance pop mix.
Hell yeah.
If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe. If you're listening, you learned some history. You got some DJ tips.
Health.
Yeah, health. Like, we're out
wellness.
here, right? So like the video, help other DJs find it, subscribe for more. And we'll see you guys next time. If there's something that you want us to talk about, let us know in the comments, something kind of question that you have. I read every single one and respond to the ones that aren't ridiculous. So just ask good questions, and we will see you next week, Thursday, 6:30 p.m. DJ Krupp, take us out.
Episode 24. Thank you guys so much. It's been real, man. You guys be safe. Take care of yourselves.
Yeah,
Thank you
Thanks
so
a
much.
lot, guys. Peace out.
Later, guys.